Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 27th of January 2024. Also, let me tell you that every Saturday means on weekend we will not include our revision session. Rather, we will include some of the previous questions which were left out in that particular week. So that's why on Saturday number of questions would be more and we will avoid our revision session, okay? And from Monday onwards we will continue our revision as usual. Now let's start with our session. The first question is, when is the Parakrama Divas observed every year? So it is observed every year on 23rd of January, and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi extends the Parakram Divas greetings on 23rd of January, and this day commemorates Subhash Chandra Bose 127th birth anniversary. Okay, talking about Subhash Chandra Bose, he was a freedom fighter and he played a key role in India's independence movement against the British colonial rule. And this day aims to inspire fearlessness and patriotism, especially in the youth. And Subhash Chandra Bose was born in the year 1897 in Cuttack, Odisha, and he joined the Indian National Congress later, and also he served as its president but resigned later on due to ideological conflicts with the Mahatma Gandhi. And in 1939, later on he formed the Forward Bloc, which unites anti-British forces in India. Okay, so when is the Parakram Divas observed every year? Answer is 23rd of January, to pay tribute to our freedom fighter Subhash Chandra Bose ji. Fine. Next is, recently which global financial institution became the anchor investor in India's largest renewable energy infrastructure investment trust? This is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, that is AIIB. Recently, it became the anchor investor in India's largest renewable energy infrastructure investment trust, which is called as Sustainable Energy Infra Trust, and has 8 operational solar power generation assets. So this bank would invest 4.86 billion rupees, means around $58.4 million into the SCIT, and it has set a goal of directing 50% of its approved financing towards the climate finance by the end of 2025. Okay, so recently Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank became the anchor investor in India's largest renewable energy infrastructure investment trust. Headquarters lies in Beijing, China. Okay, next is, Hamara Samvidhan Hamara Samman campaign, recently seen in the news, is associated with which ministry? Actually, the Vice President of India will inaugurate the Hamara Samvidhan Hamara Samman campaign, has inaugurated the Hamara Samvidhan Hamara Samman campaign on 75th Republic Day, means yesterday, and this campaign was led by Ministry of Law and Justice. Basic aim is to reaffirm the commitment to the Constitution, celebrating the shared values. There were different themes as well for this campaign, like Sabko Nyay, Har Ghar Nyay, Na Bharat, Na Sankalp, Vidhi Jagriti Abhiyan. And the Panch Pran goals include making India developed and eradicating the slave mentality, embracing the cultural pride, promoting unity and respecting the national protectors. Fine. So Hamara Samvidhan Hamara Samman campaign is associated with Ministry of Law and Justice. Here one more ministry is there that was in news. It is Ministry of Commerce and Industry, that is D option. Why? Because the center has no plans to modify the RODTEP scheme. What is this? Remission of duties and taxes on export product scheme, despite the US anti-subsidy duties. So this issue lies in exporters' inability to provide adequate document to the US investigator and not the scheme's WTO compatibility. So it was launched on 1st of January 2021 by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and it replaces the MEIS to refund non-recoverable embedded taxes and boost the export. So this scheme aims to address previously low export volumes by facilitating the duty and tax remission by the exporters. Okay, you can be asked that remission of duties and taxes on exported product scheme, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which ministry? Answer would be Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Next is, recently which institution has been selected for the Subhash Chandra Bose Apada Prabandhan Puraskar 2024 in the institutional category. So the 60 Parachute Field Hospital that lies in UP is honored with the Subhash Chandra Bose Aapka Prabandhan Puraskar 2024 for outstanding disaster management effort. And this annual award was instituted by the center, and it acknowledges the individuals and organizations in India for their selfless service in disaster management. So it was announced on Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose birth anniversary, that is 23rd of January, and the award includes 51 lakh rupees cash prize and a certificate for institutions, and 5 lakh rupees and certificate for the individuals. Okay, so 60 Parachute Field Hospital has been selected for this year's Subhash Chandra Bose Apada Prabandhan Puraskar. Next is, what is the name of the artificial intelligence based application recently launched by the central government for providing the study materials in regional languages? So the central government has launched the Anuvadini application, which is an AI-based platform to promote the multilingualism in education, and it is aligned with the National Education Policy 2020. Basic aim is to provide the digital study material for all the courses in Indian languages from the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. So directives from the Ministry of Education instruct the UGC, AICTE and Department of School Education to ensure the availability of study materials in regional languages, which would actually support the emphasis on studying in one's mother tongue. Okay, so Anuvadini app has been launched by the central government for providing study materials in regional languages. Also, don't forget that recently India has imported 40,000 doses of bull semen from Brazil to enhance the milk production through artificial insemination of Gir and Kankaraj cattle breed, which are actually renowned for stress tolerance and resistance to tropical diseases. So Gir is an Indian-born dairy cattle breed originating from the Gir Hills and the forest of Kathiawar in the state of Gujarat, and the breed's popularity extends globally, with countries like Brazil, USA, Venezuela or Mexico importing Gir cattle. Okay, so you can be asked that Gir cattle breed, which was recently seen in the news, is a native to which Indian state? Here answer would be Gujarat. Next is, recently which Indian bank conducted the first export finance transaction on RXITFS platform? So Yes Bank became the first Indian bank to conduct an export finance transaction on the International Trade Financing Services platform of RXITFS platform. So this collaboration is a significant step for Yes Bank in digitization and cross-border business, and this partnership allows for the arrangement of credit for the exporters and importers from the Indian and the global institutions through factoring, forfeiting and other trade financing services. Okay, so Yes Bank has recently conducted the first export finance transaction on RXITFS platform. Next is, where was the first meeting of the Social Audit Advisory Body held? So the first meeting of the Social Audit Advisory Body was recently held on 18th of January 2024 at the Dr. Ambedkar International Center that lies in New Delhi. And this meeting was chaired by the Secretary of the Department of Social Justice and Empowerment, who is it? Mr. Saurabh Garg. Okay. And a social audit is a formal evaluation of a company's procedures and efforts that are related to corporate social responsibility, that is CSR, and societal impact. So it examines how well a company is meeting its CSR objectives and provides an opportunity to identify the areas for improvement. Okay, so the first meeting of Social Audit Advisory Body recently took place in New Delhi. The next question is, Pradhanmantri Surya Yojana recently seen in the news is related to which one of the following? Actually, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has unveiled the Pradhanmantri Surya Yojana during the Ayodhya Live consecration ceremony, targeting the rooftop solar panels on 1 crore household, and this initiative promotes self-reliance in the energy sector by emphasizing economic empowerment and reducing the electricity bills. So key features include, for example, providing electricity to the low and the middle income household, encouraging a nationwide rooftop solar adoption campaign, and offering the financial assistance under the existing National Rooftop Solar Scheme. So this move aligns with the government's commitment to harness the solar power for economic and environmental sustainability. Okay, so Pradhanmantri Surya Yojana is associated with rooftop solar panels. That is, A option is the right answer. Next one is exercise Cyclone, recently seen in the news, is conducted between which two countries? Here answer is A option, India and Egypt. So the second edition of exercise Cyclone, which is a joint special forces drill between India and Egypt, is taking place in Egypt. Okay, from when to when? 22nd of February to 1st of February. 22nd January to 1st of February. Okay. So the Indian Army contingent comprising of 25 personnel from the Parachute Regiment Special Forces is participating, and the exercise focuses on enhancing the bilateral military cooperation and understanding the operating procedures in desert terrain under the UN Charter Chapter 7. So it involves 3 phases, including military exhibition, IED training, and joint tactical exercises that would foster stronger ties between the two friendly nations. So 2 things are important. Exercise Cyclone is an exercise between India and Egypt, and this year this particular exercise is taking place in which country? Answer would be Egypt. Okay. Similarly, these days another exercise is in news named as exercise Khanjar. Okay, and the 11th edition of the India-Kyrgyzstan Joint Special Forces exercise Khanjar has started in the state of Himachal Pradesh. So it is an annual event that is alternating between both the countries regarding venue, and the Indian Army's Parachute Regiment Special Forces is participating in this event, which basically focuses on exchanging counter-terrorism and special forces operation experiences, emphasizing skills, techniques, and showcasing indigenous defense equipment. Basic aim is to strengthen the defense ties, address terrorism concerns, and foster the bilateral relations. Okay, you can be asked that exercise Khanjar is conducted between which two countries? Answer would be India and Kyrgyzstan. This year the venue is India. Which state is that? Answer is Himachal Pradesh. Next is, which player won the title of Women's Singles India Open 2024? Yesterday we have discussed this question. So the winner is A option, Tai Tzu Ying. She has won the India Open 2024 Women's Singles title against Chen Yufei, who is from the country China. Okay. Also about Tai Tzu Ying, she is a Tokyo Olympics silver medalist, and the 2024 India Open Badminton tournament took place from 16th to 21st of January, and it had a total prize money of $850,000. Okay, you have to tell me who was the winner for Men's Singles India Open 2024. We have discussed this question yesterday. Yesterday means in the previous lecture. Next is Mamani Ethnic Food Festival, which was seen in the news, is associated with which state or the Union Territory? So this festival is celebrated in Ladakh, India, and it is a festival celebrated by both Buddhist and the Muslim communities in the majority of Kargil district blocks and the Uskar Buchen block of Leh district. Also it is celebrated in Kargil and Leh cities, and the festival is a testament to the commitment of Ladakh communities to preserve their cultural heritage. So it celebrates the traditions and promotes the communal harmony, bringing together the diverse communities in a shared celebration of their heritage. Okay, so Mamani Ethnic Food Festival is associated with Ladakh. Also these days a robot is in news named as Philobot. It is a new innovative plant-inspired robot. Recently it has emerged, and the Philobot dynamically adjusts its trajectory based on moving light intensity. So successful tests highlight adaptability that would navigate dynamic environment and self-building infrastructure. Simply you can be asked what is Philobot, that was in news these days. So this is a new innovative plant-inspired robot. Okay. Next is Wang National Park, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which country? So it lies in Zimbabwe. And why it is in news? Because recently more than 160 elephants and numerous other wildlife species perished in Zimbabwe's Wang National Park due to a climate change induced drought. And this park is a part of Kavango, Zambezi Trans-Frontier Conservation Area faced a severe water crisis as seasonal water sources dried up and their holes failed. So this extended drought, influenced by the El Nino weather phenomena, forced the elephants to migrate in search of water, and despite temporary relief from the rains, the park remains at risk, with forecasts predicting further drought and heightened climate change challenges in the southern African region. Fine. So Wang National Park is located in Zimbabwe. Also, can you tell me which national park has received the 2 mammalian species recently? The first one is elusive binturong and the second one is a small clawed otter. So these 2 mammalian species have been found to be in Kaziranga National Park. So Kaziranga National Park in Assam recently welcomed 2 new mammalian species, and it is usually found in Southeast Asia, and its distribution spans several countries. And don't forget that these are classified as vulnerable by IUCN. Also, it's listed under the Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 and Appendix 3 of the CITES. Okay. So these are basically bear cat, and they have found to be in Kaziranga National Park. Since Kaziranga National Park came into news, so you can be asked about its location. Answer is Assam. This is the national park from Assam. Now the last question is, which player is said to be awarded the Cricketer of the Year at the BCCI Award? So the BCCI will honor former Indian all-rounder and coach Mr. Ravi Shastri with the Lifetime Achievement Award, and cricketer Shubman Gill will receive the Cricketer of the Year award for his outstanding performance, including being the fastest to reach 2000 runs in the ODIs and scoring 500s in the past year. Fine. So which player is said to be awarded the Cricketer of the Year at the BCCI Award? This is Shubman Gill. And you can be also asked that who will be honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award by BCCI? Answer would be former Indian all-rounder and coach Ravi Shastri. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. I hope you have liked the session. Whatever we have missed in the past week is covered now, and from Monday definitely we will include our revision session as well. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenuz Hadsana signing off.